Alrighty.
You want to get married?
I mean, we have a podcast. It's pretty much the same thing.
All right, sounds good. Anyhow, welcome to episode 25 of the Save State podcast. We actually did this. We made it 25 episodes, which I'm honestly kind of shocked that we did.
That's double than, or no, that's more than double what we
Yeah.
would have done for originally.
We originally only going to do 12 episodes, and now we're at 25. So to celebrate that, which something we've teased for months now at this point, we're going to be doing 25 relationship questions, except it won't be 25 because Thomas told me there's some like hardboard 36 relationship question thing. So we're going to do that, even though it won't match the episode title.
We'll just do the 36-25 relationship. No.
When you brought it up to me last night, I was like, do you think we should save it for episode 36 then? I thought about it because I'm like, I really like the 25 relationship questions for 25 episodes.
We can just title it then. No one will pay attention.
That's true. It's just, once it gets to 25, it's just,
Just cut
25, 25.
off.
Question number 1. Number 15. Just have the numbers all jambled. No one will ever know.
But no, for anyone who might be familiar with the 36 questions is a familiar, it's something that my girlfriend actually,
Here you go.
it's something that my girlfriend actually introduced to me when we first started to date. But basically, you do these in like 3 sets, and we're gonna be doing like a slightly abbreviated one. We might skip a few. We're gonna actually alternate. Like I'll ask Joey question 1, he'll ask me question 2, that sort of thing. Um, we're not gonna do it exactly for time and just clarity reasons. But they are very good questions, and the thing is, they're supposed to make you fall in love.
Okay.
So we might fall in love by the end of this episode.
So I might be a homewrecker. That's what you're telling me.
Yes. Yes.
Also, this is a random thing. I don't know how you do these episodes with no water.
I sang for 7 years, so my voice is very like.
That's true. I need
used to-
lubricant in my throat. That's
Which
what.
is strange because you stream more often than I do.
But I always have the.
I guess that's
I
true.
always. If you've seen streams where I don't have water, I know there's normally this few streams where I will. I have had streams where I will sit here and not use the bathroom for like 2-3 hours.
Mhm.
But if I don't have water, I will leave.
Yeah.
In like the fourth hour to grab it. Like I need my water, especially when I do the voice acted for like the RPGs.
Oh yeah.
Doing
See that would put it more.
doing Bowser's Inside Story, almost like after every conversation, I took like a quick swig of my water. I'm like, I see like the refresh in my throat, because then it's going to be 5 minutes, so it's going to be another conversation.
Yeah, I think too unintentionally my voice is very monotone, and I try to like give my voice a little bit more of a bounce sometimes, but I think a lot of times my default is just like, oh, this is my
Yeah.
regular register, and it's like it's not that training.
I naturally strain my voice a lot. I go up and down a lot.
Yeah.
Part of the reason why you've had to do so much work with the audio, both you and Denmark.
Honestly, I think we finally gotten to a point where you're not that you don't really cause that many audio problems.
Oh no, I've gotten better at being more. I get it more into a mindset with the podcast. It's a simple than I will for my live stream. So I live
Yeah.
stream, I'm a lot more energetic. The videos, I'm really energetic. I'm like, how's it go, everyone? Here we go. We're going to talk about
Compressed
X.
energy. Yeah.
Yeah, but like for this, I'm like,
Podcast more laid back, more real.
I don't do a monotone voice, but I do like my version of monotone, which is more just quiet, or
Mhm.
it's not even monotone. I'm just like, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
here. But wait,
But anyways, not to waste any time. Who wants to go first?
no, I think you should do the odd numbers because you're the odd one out.
Okay. All right.
The best transition I had.
So question one. Given the choice of anyone in the world, I think it's like dead or alive, anyone in the world, whom would you want as a dinner guest? So like anyone that you could like sit, have a meal, talk about, that sort of idea.
Dead or alive.
Yeah. I always think that's more interesting. I guess we could
okay.
say...
No. Well, to go like talk. Not a dinner date. Just
No.
Okay.
Just like, oh,
go
hey,
out
we're
to
gonna have
dinner,
dinner. Yeah, not
and
a
I can
dinner
have
date.
I can like talk to them, ask them questions for like an hour or so.
Yeah, pretty much like the amount of conversation you would expect from like a normal like, oh, we're just having dinner or something.
All right, Adolf Hitler.
Really?
Yeah.
How come?
That's why I'm like, do I even say this? I think there's still so much mystery around that man. I'm not, and to be clear, not in the terms I want to try to change his like either
Just to like eat at his brain, just be
change.
like,
I want to understand how his mind works. I'm not a Nazi. I'm just going to say that clearly because I feel like people are going to take this the wrong way. I'm not a Nazi.
disclaimer. We here at Save State do not associate or agree with or by any means approve,
Associate with the Nazi party.
yes, with anything Nazi related.
But is it to like pick his brain? Because I truly believe everyone does what they think is right. I think it's in human nature to do what you think is best for other people. We are as a species, we seek human communication. And I like to think generally in his mind, he feel like he was doing the right thing. And if you look at things he said, he considered himself a hero, and not just
A
like
lot of people considered him a hero
well,
too.
and not in a manipulative sense, like to him. No, he genuinely thought he was doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Like he genuinely thought he was doing the right thing by all the terrible stuff he did. But to his mind, and I just want to like pick at that, understand it. Maybe bring up his art school memories. I don't know. Maybe I'll do that like 50 minutes in. Really store up the pot. But no, like generally.
Future guest episode. I'm not even gonna finish that sentence.
But I don't know. Generally, because I've thought about this before. I'm like, I think that's who I probably would. Like, and like George Washington. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like very times it's gonna be disappointing when I find George Washington is as good of a person as the history books say he is. I don't think he's a terrible person, but just from the fact, I think it's gonna be more from just he lived in the 1700s. There was a lot of outdated stuff in the 1700s that don't apply to the 2020s. That's the other thing. I'm like, I don't want. It's kind of like the extreme version of "Don't meet your heroes."
Well, it's like history and people within history. Like, again, there are some very, very bad people in history. Not to definitely including the big guy who we were just talking about. But like everyone's a lot more. In history, people kind of have a way of becoming one-dimensional, where like they're just kind of known for like that one thing that they're known for in history that makes them notable. But like, there's a lot more depth behind it. But
yeah, that's who I'll pick.
Yeah,
I don't even know who I would pick for someone who's alive. I'll be honest, because I don't know anyone I want to talk to. I plan to just get via connections at some point.
That's fair.
Like I feel like I gotta take advantage of the dead thing. Anyhow, for you, find a time when you and your partner have at least 20 to 45 minutes free and are able to meet in person.
Wait.
Am I reading the wrong thing?
No, you're not right.
I'm reading the wrong. I think it's right here. I found it. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
I was like, wait a minute. Well, we did that.
Yes.
We're
Step
here.
1 completed.
I think what we've been together.
Step 2, but anyways.
Yeah, I don't know. We skipped step 1, and the other 5 steps are there. Anyhow, would you like to be famous, and in what way?
You know, it's interesting. I think the way I interpret this question, it's like everyone has degrees of fame that they would be okay with. I think in the grand scheme of things, I mean, obviously we're on a YouTube channel. If we ever were so lucky to get millions of subscribers, I would be okay with like that level of fame.
Yeah.
I think anything beyond like Mr. Beast levels YouTube fame, no. I wouldn't want that much fame. I feel like that would be where I would like draw the line and say like, yeah, that's too much for me. But
And that's when I take over the
yeah,
podcast.
that's right.
I take
But-
over and I take us even further beyond.
But even someone like we were just talking about, like Scott the Woz, like I think that level of fame I would be okay with, and I would
Yeah.
definitely want it to be like,
You'll be the talk of the town at like too many games. But
Yeah.
outside of that,
like I have my moments, and I'm like, I'm more. It's
You-
not so much the fame I care about, because in the grand scheme of YouTube, I've always said that like I just want the audience to see the things that I make.
yeah.
Not so much like I want a lot of people to know me, but I want a lot of people to like the things that I make and put out there, you know. So I think in that sense, I wouldn't mind a little bit of fame, but not like definitely not like A-list celebrity
Yeah.
fame. Like I like walking into grocery stores and being able to do shopping. Like
See, I've always like, I would love to be recognized in person. That's like, like I don't know if that ever happen. That's like generally like I can't make it happen, but that's like a bucket list thing for me.
I would totally be fine with
I don't think I
recognized.
want to be sworn by people.
Yeah, mobbed is like where I draw the line of like, okay.
Don,
like-
there is part of me I'm like, man, like going with Entourage. I'm like, I know I like the idea, but I don't think I'll actually like an execution. But I'm like, yeah, maybe like I'll like my 15 minutes of fame. I'll be
Yeah.
fine with one of those. Or like you can't go outside for like a week, but then after that you go back outside.
yeah.
You're like, yeah, are you that
That guy.
Hawk Tua girl? Whatever. I was trying to think of a recent 15-minute celebrity. That's the first one that came to my mind.
Yeah. Anyways, for question 3.
Uh-huh.
Before making a phone call, do you ever rehearse what you're gonna say and why?
No. Sometimes a lot of my phone calls are impulsive. Sometimes I'll text you before I call them, but as a whole, no. Like for like something like a job interview, or like if it's like more like a meeting thing, I don't want to say I rehearse, but I'll like kind of think through.
You
Okay,
think
this
about
one,
the things you say.
yeah, like interviews, I kind of hype myself up for. This is kind of different. But like when we do meetings, like for the charity events, I have like an itinerary I make, but I don't sit there like rehearse like what I'm going to say to like my team.
Yeah.
Unless I feel like there's something like specific I want to say. In person it's different. In person I normally have a bit more prepared. I might practice a little bit. Even then, for in-person speeches, I don't really like practicing those either, because I feel like they come off as more genuine and authentic.
You're also more comfortable like speaking in
Oh,
person.
I
than
love
over the
speaking
phone.
in front of big crowds. I have no problem with that. I would be fine doing like a TED talk.
Yeah.
That wouldn't bother me.
We should do that one day.
It's a TED talk.
Walk in the footsteps of Cat Icarus.
Let's do a TED talk, bud. No, I would say no. I don't really. I can't think of a time where I've been like, I like went over what I was going to say to the person like frequently at least.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very confident. Very confident.
Yeah. This is a pretty loaded question. What would you constitute as a perfect day for you?
I feel like I was talking about this recently, but for me, I think in terms of like a perfect day, I don't think it would be like an extraordinary day. I think a perfect day would be a day where I can feel good about like pretty much everything that I put effort towards doing. So like let's say my perfect day is on like just a regular old day, like not my birthday, not whatever. I'd love to be able to like get up at a time that I feel comfortable with. I would love to like go and make myself like breakfast, like sit,
Yeah.
enjoy like my time, not feel rushed. I think that's a big thing too. Like being able to take my time but also be mindful of like the tasks that I have, and then like have a small block where I can feel productive like with things that I'm like I have to get done, so like say schoolwork. And then after that I can like either fill my time like, okay, let's say I just really want to play a portion of this game, I'll play a little bit of that, not sit there and play it all day, but just like a good nice little session. And then maybe like, oh, I'll work on a video, or I'll work on like a
Mhm.
short or something creative.
Okay.
I like that. And then honestly, like I like after having that initial like morning slash afternoon of like productivity, I really like to like just go out someplace like and talk with people,
Yeah.
like go play D&D, go like on our car rides, that sort of thing.
Okay.
And like never feel like I'm like missing an obligation, like I have to rush to finish something, like there's no impending doom
I got
of
you.
the day, I guess.
Plus, it's Doomsday.
Yeah. I mean, doomsday is coming.
Doomsday is coming.
TikTok
God, I unironically cook on that stream like probably like
Everyone's-
almost once a day, I think.
That's
Because
so
it gets in
funny.
my feed all the time, and I'm just like,
You should
I'm
have a
so
small
excited.
window in all your streams. It's just like
I've thought about it, but I'm like, man, no one's gonna care. Not a,
it's gonna be like you sponsored by Marvel or something.
that'd be funny. That would be illegal to claim though. It's the biggest thing I took it down. Like, yeah, like me and you are so different in that sense of like me. I think of like my like I don't know. I said like perfect or ideal day. I'm like, yeah. I'm like my immediate thought was like, well, man, there's so many things I would want. I don't even know. So like for me though, it would probably be like some like a day we're hosting like a big event. So like if we finally like got to like bring a charity event on stage.
Yeah.
Like a day I was doing a massive
We
production.
did like a panel.
Or a panel. That's what it would be for me. Like something massive and milestone worthy.
See, I love those. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Those would just be like so nerve wracking to me because my brain is like, okay, this has to be the best it can be, and it's like, it's that production brain that I get of like I feel like you either have the two aspects of like you either just are dripping with confidence like Joey is,
Yeah.
and you just know everything's gonna go fine, or you're just like you're so stressed, even though things will go fine, but you're like going over every detail because you want it to be good.
Yeah. Why?
But anyways,
What you got cooking for
for
me?
question 5, when did you last sing to yourself, or well, when did you last sing to yourself and then to someone else?
Last time I sing to myself was when I was driving to your house to pick you up.
I figured that was gonna be the
I
response.
sing frequently.
Mhm.
I pretty much sing. I probably sing more often than you do. I'm willing to bet
Oh, you
that.
definitely do.
I'm willing, like I would bet money that I probably sing more than anyone that I know. Like I sing enough to where it hurts my throat.
Yeah.
I love singing so much, true passion. It was the last time I sung to someone.
Specifically like with intent to like sing to someone else. Not really like you're singing and they're there, but like
Probably whenever I can't remember which stream this was, off the top of my head. There was a stream I did. We were playing. Oh, what game were we playing? I can't remember the game. There was some stream I did last year on Joey 64, where they wanted me to sing. Oh, gosh, I'm stupid. The Sonic Racing Crossworlds, not the stream that we did.
yeah.
The one of the second beta, not the invite only one, the open one.
Mm-hmm.
I sung the theme song because someone in chat asked me to, because I kept like half singing, and eventually at the end of the stream I just looked up the lyrics. I did the whole thing. I love that song. I haven't listened to that song in probably about like a month or so.
Mm-hmm.
But it just popped up on my playlist while I was in the shower last night or 2 nights ago, and I was like, I was so into it. That's what I keep playing on the idea of possibly doing song covers again and posting that on YouTube somewhere, because I like it. It's just a matter of, for me, it's more there's a lot of other projects I want to work up on my time into,
Yeah.
and I would love to do that, but like that would have to be something like I record it. And literally, I don't do anything else but record it. I do not have the time, like with the podcast, why I don't have time to edit the podcast. I hand it off to, Denmark or occasionally you.
Mm-hmm.
We thought it's fun. With the podcast, I pretty much do diddly squat. I show up, I talk for an hour, and then I leave.
Mm-hmm.
And I look at the analytics, and I'll talk about the analytics. But that's about it.
It's the words bigger.
Yeah, like, you'll send me the thumbnail, and I'm like, change that. I'll give my little bits of advice here and there, but I very much take on almost like a executive producer role on the podcast. This isn't no big production. It's just 3 of us who work on it.
Yeah.
But like in terms of like the production side of it, I very much just kind of like look over it. I'm just like, I'm kind of more of like that. Like I've been here for so long in terms of content creation.
Mm-hmm.
I just have that knowledge base. I'm like, that's what I'm here.
Yeah.
Not that's not why I'm here, but that's like my use to like
Well, it gives
that.
me and like I guess to a certain extent Denmark more time to shine with like
that too.
at least for me. I love like
I
like
have
this morning an episode went up, and so it was like
Yeah.
making thumbnails and stuff, and like I really enjoy that
Yeah.
aspect of making stuff.
that's like I filled out a survey today on YouTube Studio, and they're like, oh, how many like channels do you want? And then I went there and I'm like, 3. I didn't count Music 64 because I'm like, yeah, that's way count. But I was like, damn, like I'm actually running 3 channels concurrently right now, and that's really awesome. And like, but it's that thing though, like pretty much Joey's game room takes up like my evenings.
Mm-hmm.
64 takes up my days in terms of content, and I'll make an exception for whatever day we do this of the week.
Yeah.
But like you know, like with you though, yeah, you do work on your own channel, but not you don't put out nearly as much output as I do
Oh, no.
on my 2 channels. So like this is where you get to put a lot of your creative energy
thought,
into,
yeah.
even outside of just us sitting here and talking for an hour. All right, I don't remember what question you asked me. I went on a tangent, but
That one was 5.
oh wait, so we're doing 6.
Yes.
If you were able to live to the age of 90 and retain either the mind or body of a 30-year-old for the last 60 years of your life. Wait, what? Wait. If you were able to live to the age of 90 and retain either the mind and or body. Oh, all right. So for the last, so you're gonna live to the 90. You're
Mhm.
currently 30.
Yeah.
Would you rather retain the mind of a 30-year-old or the body of a 30-year-old?
Mind.
Okay, they worded that really weird. Mind. Okay, why?
Mm-hmm. Because, well, one,
Senile.
yeah, that is a big thing.
That's
because,
scary.
Things with like Alzheimer's and just like the thought of like slowly losing who you are as a person,
Yeah.
that is terrifying to me. Like, I'm sure that having like back pains and like not being able to physically move your body sucks. Like, I know it does. I would definitely pick mind of a 30-year-old because
Yeah.
just of all the crazy stuff that goes on with your brain as you get older, and that can. But also it's like I think there's a thing too of like knowing that you're gonna live to 90. You know your body's not gonna fail you at least up to that point. So like with your brain, it's a bit different of like you can still technically be alive, but like
Yeah.
definitely suffering.
Yeah. So would you? This isn't a relationship question, but it's kind of related to this. Would you rather know the day you're gonna die or not know?
Not no.
See, I'm the opposite.
Yeah,
I like like so then I can plan for it. I can plan around
Yeah.
it for it.
but I am so stressful that like I feel like the number wouldn't even matter because I would stress myself to an early grave if I knew.
You refresh the tab and
No,
you
like the
swipe
number
app,
the
it
number
goes-
would start going down
Okay.
because I would stress about it so much.
We'll say it is like no matter what, it's fixed. Even if you do stress, but like I don't think it's gonna change your answer. But like it is a fixed date.
It
you
would
die.
still hang over everything that I did because like I don't think I could ever like I could never do a project or like find like a job that I would like because I'd be like, okay, I have this many years of my life, I gotta find the thing that I like. And I feel like I would go over so many different things and like just be like, I only have like 1,000 more days, this isn't worth it. Like, you know, like that sort of mindset, I feel
can
like
see
that would
that.
haunt me. Maybe I might come to terms with it, but like at least where I'm at right
Yeah,
now, I wouldn't
I
want
think for
that.
me, I already have the mindset of like anything I'm gonna put my time into is something that I want to be able to look back and be happy I did it.
Mhm.
So to me, I'm like, okay, that just makes it so I know when my life's wrapping up and I can plan for that. But like for like a job example, like I don't plan to work a job that I'm not gonna enjoy. Like I'm gonna, so like just for that example you brought with the job, like I'm like in. I don't know. Maybe if I actually knew that different stuff would come out, but to me, I'm like having that definitive answer. But okay, I could then like know I could tell like my family this is the day I'll die, and like we can all
Maybe if I knew how many years, not specifically like to the date that
see
I will
that would
die.
drive me nuts. Because then like I don't know, let's just say I die in the year of 2026,
Mhm.
all I would think about is which day. That whole year would haunt
That's
me.
fair.
That I think's worse than not knowing at all.
Yeah.
That is because
I think
you know a little, but not everything. You're like, is it gonna be today I die? And that's gonna drive you mad.
Yeah. I think just in general, I would steer away from any of the knowing things
Yeah.
you shouldn't know.
I got you.
But
Anyhow.
anyways,
Shoot.
oh, this is a perfect segue into the next question. Do you have a secret hunch about how you will die?
Hmm. I don't know why. This is I don't know how I would die. Kind of. But for some reason, and this might, I think it's more of a mental thing. I can never picture myself in a hospital bed.
Hmm.
I just don't like. I don't see it as a possibility. I don't know if that's a fear. I don't think it's a fear. But this is one of those things that like one of the things I've always been like definitively sure of. I don't know why. I don't really believe in like fate or God or anything, but I just in my gut, I know whether I want it or not, I'm gonna have 4 children.
You've told me that before.
I don't know why, but I've always had this hunch that I'm gonna have 4 children. And I'm okay. And it's not even something I wouldn't be upset with that. I'd be happy with that. But I've just always had this thing in the back of my mind, like I'm gonna have 4 children. It is just, and I do want it. I'd be happy with that. But like even if I didn't want it, I feel like I know I like But it seems that something about I always feel like I'm gonna be like, and maybe this goes more into anxiety, but like I want to see me found in a ditch. I don't think I'm gonna die that way, but like I feel like it's gonna be like
You're not gonna have
I feel like I'm
drawn out like.
I feel like I'm gonna be like found like at home in my bed, or I'm
Yeah.
gonna be found like that'll like I trip and fall and like I like maybe you get I think you still get brought to the hospital in those
Family
cases.
Guy fall down the stairs.
Yeah, but like I like in terms of like past them, like I know for a lot of
Yeah.
those they still bring you to the hospital, but I will be dead when they bring me to the hospital. Like maybe they bring me back to life, but like that's always I don't know.
Would you want to be brought back to life if you had the chance? Like, would you want to be put on like life support?
If there was a possibility they could get me off of life support, yes.
But if like you would,
I've always said pull the plug.
oh okay,
For me, I would never pull anyone else's plug.
yeah. Well,
But
that's
for
the
me,
choice you always.
I've
make,
always
so.
told people I do not like I don't know, real quick, like whatever family want to say goodbye to me, get it out. You got like one day, come in, do it. After that, like pull that plug. I do not want to be sitting there. That's how I feel about animals.
That's
I
fair.
don't
Yeah,
think like
I
I-
think we've both kind of seen a lot of animals like that have been kept alive way too
yeah,
long.
like with my not fox, but my dog I had before it. She was the one I remember I was the one who was like, there's no point of us dragging her along. We need to just
I always worry about my cats because like my cats are still fairly young, especially like my oldest Ginger. Like he's not too old, but like I always worry about those days where
it's starting
like,
to get to like the range.
Yeah.
You know, it's like doomsday is coming.
yeah.
I don't know why I made a joke about that. That was kind of I don't know why these questions got me in a bit of a dark humor mood.
You really set the tone with the Hitler.
The thing, generally, I have thought about that several times before.
I your reasoning is good. I don't blame you, but it is.
Yeah. All these other questions I've had to make up answers on like the fly. That one I've already thought about.
Yeah.
All right. So next up, let's see. Name 3 things you and your partner appear to have in common. Well, we're both white.
That's true.
There you go. There's a freebie. I know it'd be hard to find 2 more.
Things that we appear to have in common. So not like just
I think it
Just
means
straight
more. I
inclinate,
think it means
like-
more mentally, not physically.
yeah.
That's why, because we could say like white, male,
we
in
do
our
have a very
20s.
similar stature.
I
I'm a
think-
little taller than you, but like physique and stature, like we're kind of
Yeah.
similar.
You're a bit broader, but yeah.
I am definitely like the
You're-
bigger.
You also like you're taller, so because of you,
Yeah.
naturally you're gonna be. That's the biggest thing is the height. 'Cause you are.
Yeah.
What are you? 5'8"?
5'11".
Oh, you're that tall.
Yeah.
Oh, I almost said
Almost
6.
6.
I almost said 6 foot, but like, nah, that's too tall. He's not that tall.
Almost.
I am now. I went to get my measurement. I had to do a physical, and I'm like almost 5'6". So I'm still growing at like what? I'm 23 now, and I'm like,
Technically, you're not done until you're 25.
that's true.
That's mostly for brain stuff, but
That is cells.
that too. But no, we both similar stature. We both do have brown hair,
True.
and I think this might be just a thing of like we've been friends for so long, and this is something that you naturally pick up whenever you're like with someone. You kind of pick up someone's like for lack of a better term, ticks. Like, do you know what I mean by tick? Like just like
Pet peeves.
not pet peeves, but more like things that you like you do, like, oh, if you're like fidget a lot, like you do
Oh,
things with
yeah.
your fingers. Like
Oh yeah.
I think I couldn't name specific ones, but I think in general we have kind of like started to do both of that stuff. Like I'll do things that you've like done for a while, and like vice versa.
We've gotten like a shared vocabulary at this point.
We talk very similarly.
I've noticed that too. I can't think of
You
but there's some phrases that I say a lot that you would just start saying and vice versa. It just happens.
Well, you've also gotten used to my dyslexic talk. Because like I'll say something, sometimes you'll be like, "That didn't make any sense," but most of the time you'll be like, "I assume you meant this," but yes.
I almost every time I know what you mean, I always bring it up just
so I know,
so you
which I
know.
appreciate.
So rather you know. Oh, I can't think. There's probably been 1 or 2 times I generally didn't know. Most of the times I decipher it, but I still just like, that ain't white, buddy. So I am very blunt like that. I'm saying no, like
I appreciate it because like whenever I do that, I never realize until like someone
no.
points it out. Sometimes I will, but no. So that's crazy. But anyways, for the next question, question 9, for what in your life do you feel most grateful?
a me question. So I said it again.
For what in your life do you feel most grateful?
Like I could say something sappy like my friends, my family. Like, oh my god, I love my friends and family so much, and I'm so grateful for my house and my food, and I am. I'm like, there's so many people who don't have it, but just for like, in that, I think it's like the obvious answer. But just for the sake of making it a bit more interesting, and because it's been on my mind, honestly, probably the community I've been able to foster with YouTube and social media, and I know that's like also like obviously a part of like this, but the fact that I've been able to have the fortune to have that is something that's a lot rarer than world hunger is a problem, but more people are fed than are able to build a positive community on YouTube.
Yeah,
That's the way I look at it. It's more like the rarity of it.
it's more special.
Yeah, and it's like food is like a nice like reverse hollow, but building a positive community on the internet, that's like a full art hollow Pokemon card.
That's one way to put it.
That's how I think. That's how I grade everything in my life. I'm like, yeah, that's more of a. I don't even. I think this is a foil, man. I don't know. Like this guy, he's just more of a foil. Yeah. You know, it's like oh, that goes to 10 or that goes to 8. It's a man.
This is a reverse hollow full art card.
The man girl, are you a full art reverse foil? Because you just fell from the. I just whipped open a pack. I don't know. Someone make that into a funny pickup line. Put it in the comment section. Anyhow, no, generally though, I think being able to build this community that I built I was started on 64, but then obviously transitioned it to a bunch of other communities over the years. Literally countless channels that I've collaborated at this point. We moved to the Safe State here, more recently Joey's Game Room. We've helped out with different brands. Obviously like the charity stuff's always a highlight. Working with different companies. You know, I've worked with like I recently did not a TED Talk, but a TED Talk style thing where I talked about my role in the gaming industry. And one of the things I talked about was, you know, I've had the fortune to work with Nintendo, Sega, Wario, the Game Awards Association. I know I'm forgetting a nice handful of indie teams. But it's one of the like bigger studio I'm forgetting. Oh, I've worked with Paramount technically.
Yeah.
You know, and there's so I think some other game series I'm sure I'm forgetting, unfortunately, but I've worked with a lot of you know, it's just really cool to be able to say like I've been able to be a part of all of that and kind of grow out. I almost don't even want to say a branch. I feel like the community's gotten strong enough where we have our own tree.
Yeah.
With all of its little branches. Like we said earlier, I won 3 channels, and that like kind of hit me today when I filled out that survey on Studio, and I was like, oh dang, that's a lot. Especially they're all like active channels.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
Alright, so let's see. I'm doing 10. Oh, right. If you could change anything about the way you were raised, what would it be?
I do have one. It's just more how specific. It's the podcast. I can get specific. I don't care.
Go for it.
I've said it. I mean, I've talked about it on Denmark stream, so it's whatever. But
yeah, go for it.
So a little bit of more history about me that I don't usually get into because it's like not really the context, but um my father actually immigrated to the United States from Bulgaria. And I've been to Bulgaria several times. It's a very beautiful country. Government's a little whack, but that's neither here nor there. But anyways, I've always kind of wished that I think definitely when I was younger, I didn't have as much of a strong connection. Like that connection that I had to that side of me that I didn't have much of an outlet for that until I got much older. But I think something I've always wished is that I was given more of an opportunity to learn the Bulgarian language when I was younger because you can always learn a language when you're older, and it is on my bucket list to do one day to learn a decent amount of Bulgarian. But there's just something like foundational about learning a language that like it kind of has to happen when you're young, or at least it's very good if it does.
Yeah.
So it's in that sense that's something that I wish I could change. And I guess I could always still change, but if I could go back and like change how I was raised, if anything, I want to make sure that my dad mostly talked to me in Bulgarian, and then like English was kind of like a second sort of thing, because like you can pick like if you're living in a country, you pick up the language.
Yeah.
And like, but whereas something like Bulgarian, there's not really much Bulgarian influences in the States.
Yeah.
So there's that. But no, I think that's definitely what I would change. Otherwise, I had a very good childhood.
Good.
I was treated right.
Didn't have cable, but you made it work.
Hey man, the reason I turned out so good was PBS Kids.
Hey, I had PBS Kids and Cartoon Network. You know, Codename Kid Next Door.
We almost lost you.
I was almost lost. Thank goodness I had like 2 years. We only had satellite. It saved me. Well, I could watch it. So I was like in like a sophomore in high school, and all I could watch was like PBS Kids,
Mm-hmm.
and like that was like probably the worst time because it was just like it's like when you get older, no one in high school wants to talk about that,
Mm-hmm.
and that's all I could watch. So I couldn't talk about any other shows coming out. I mean, I had to go to my grandmother's house to watch the finale for Gravity Falls.
I remember you talking about
Yeah,
that.
I remember there was a lot of traffic on the highway, and I was worried I was going to miss it.
Watch our favorite cartoon shows as kids.
You should.
That early episode that we definitely love and we
I don't like that episode.
don't hate it. We feel great.
That's
about
my personal least favorite episode.
it. Anyways,
I also don't think we talk about Gravity Falls in that episode. I could be wrong.
so this question is take 4 minutes and tell your partner your life story in as much detail as possible. I'm gonna flip that. Take 30 seconds and tell me with as much give me a good picture, but do it as succinctly as possible. And I'm gonna count down. So are you ready?
Okay.
I'm gonna count you off.
Okay.
3, 2.
Okay, wait. First of all, you did 1, 2, 3, then you did 3, 2, 1. What was that? You count. Wait, no. I said wait. No.
I was trying to get.
should
wait. I was trying to get 3, but then my natural inclination is to do this, so I did that.
I saw that, and then you went. Oh, sorry. That's really threw me off.
Oh my god.
Okay, go. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so first I was born. I almost said the hospital I was born in. So I was born in a very big hospital in our area. From there, I lived in a house technically for 2 years, but I did not have any memories of that. Apparently, I cried a lot when the TV was pulled out of that house. Skip ahead forward. I always loved technology. I messed around with TVs, tinkered around, all that. Kept going around. Had no friends in elementary school. Had no friends in middle school. Always had a love of technology. High school, I started getting into theater, YouTube, all that kind of stuff. We keep moving on. Pandemic happened. Whatever.
Done.
You know what makes me upset?
What?
I specifically have not been reading the questions that you're going to tell me. I accidentally read that one when I was trying to find mine, and I was like, I was thinking through my head what I was going to say for the 4 minutes because I accidentally read it.
Eh,
But it was just fun. The one that I accidentally read ahead was the one you changed.
yeah.
God, I don't know how I was going to fit everything. That's something I could fit my life story in 30 seconds, but you have to like script that out.
Mm-hmm.
I
wanted to give you a little challenge.
No, I like that. It was just. It was funny because the whole time you were talking about that, I was prepared by my hand. I'm like, okay. I'm going to aim for like 2 minutes. I literally thought, I was like, I don't want to do 4 minutes, but anyhow. Number 12. Okay. If you could wake up tomorrow having gained any one quality or ability, what would it be?
I think I mean you can quantify it however you want. I think this is more like not like superhero ability and more just like realistic ability that like you
Yeah.
could feasibly learn.
Like I want to learn how to weld.
Yeah.
You can weld really
Um,
good.
Well, it's funny because I just mentioned wanting to learn Bulgarian, so that would be an easy segue. But in order to keep things interesting, I would love to be able to wake up tomorrow and learn to play the piano.
I would love to learn how to play instrument, any instrument really.
Piano is something that I never had lessons when I was younger. I always sang in the chorus when I did music in school. So I never really had that delve into an instrument, but
Yeah.
like piano would be I would love to play if I could. And that's still on the bucket list, but that one I don't know. We'll see.
I have my electric guitar that's been sitting in the corner for over a year, and at some point, I would like to learn how to play more than 2 notes on this. I feel like I'm in that tonal. I've done the 4th step, but it's like, well, you know how to play 2 notes. I feel like a lot of people just stop there.
Yeah.
So we'll see how far I get in the long run, but it would be cool to learn some more.
Yeah.
Anyhow, for your question, we are now into set number 2.
This is me asking you.
Never mind.
Anyways,
for it.
Set 2, question 13. If a crystal ball could tell you the truth about yourself, your life, the future, or anything else, what would you want to know?
So pretty much if a crystal ball could tell me anything, but it has to be about myself.
Yes.
Okay. Past, present, future. I don't want to do like, oh, will I ever like make it on YouTube? Because I feel like if I know I wouldn't, then I wouldn't. I can never be happy.
Yeah.
That would bother me.
That is definitely one of those more ignorance is bliss moments.
Yeah. Be happy with the success you have, not what you don't have. Comparison's the stealer of all joy.
That's true. You get a 1 out of 10 on YouTube. Am I right?
I've been getting a lot of those recently. Woo! I'm just glad I have a video that's done better than a charity video. That's crazy.
It is good.
At one hand, I love that charity videos do so well, but also I'm like, holy crap. I'm like, I have a video but they're good in algorithm. Anyhow, I was going to say, my go-to used to be the know when Pikmin 4 comes out, and that we know that. And I don't want to say now when Pikmin 5 just feels expected. Jeez, man, I don't know. This actually, I don't honestly think I have I can't think of anything that even something mundane, like about myself. But I say Pikmin 4 won't even count. Will I ever develop Pikmin 4?
No.
No, it's already out.
You never know.
I could develop one though.
You go back in
Updates.
time and update it.
That'd be. I ask it, and it's like, yes, you do. It's like, wait, that means I invent time travel. That's how you figure you invent time travel. You don't ask if I invent time travel. You ask if you develop Pikmin 4. I honestly, I don't think I have an answer.
I think that's fair, anyways.
I can't think of something that I'm like. Yeah, because all stuff that like I think part of dreams is like I like knowing. I don't want to know like one thing I want to say like well I will host a panel and something like that I'm like I know I'm gonna do that at some point one day even if I like a small local convention I will host a panel at some point I know that's something I'm gonna do so I don't then that just feels like a waste
Yeah.
so like I just don't. Will I ever buy a Lego Pokemon set? Don't even need to ask that one. No. You could buy a Switch 2 and like 3 copies of Mario Kart. The world for how much the big boy one is.
Yeah. It is a lot of pieces though.
It is a lot of pieces. I think they said like the math is like 5 cents a piece, but like it's more just a massive investment. It's just a big one-time investment. Like, I'm sure you can't see them now, but I think in some episodes you've been able to see the Legos I have up there. I probably have I probably have $1,000 in Legos at this point.
Oh, yeah.
At least, well, when they were brand new. Alright, so... Is there something that you have dreamed of doing for a long time? Why haven't you done it? Well, you shaved your hair, so you can't say that.
I didn't necessarily dream of doing that. I was curious, morbidly, though, but not necessarily
aspired.
Aspired.
You plotted against yourself. Why have you learned how to play the piano?
That's funny because I feel like I used up both my things that I've
I
like
think you
really
have
aspiring
we
to
still
do.
have about half the quests to go through, so if you have a short answer, that's fine.
No, I think it definitely is like. I think in terms of dreamed, honestly, what I would used to say is like taking that step into like making things on YouTube. Now that's a little less like
Yeah.
I do that now, and it's something I do
You're a good year
consistently.
in.
Yeah, yeah, good first year.
Which
The
feels
honeymoon phase is
the
over.
thing is, it's weird. I say that I'm like, at least to me that feels so small. Cause me, I'm over here at 8 years.
You're almost at 10, buddy.
I know I'm closer to 10 than I am the 1.
But no, I think I would definitely say like at the very least like learning an instrument, maybe not specifically piano, but just like a instrument, like guitar.
Yeah.
Guitar would be fun to learn.
Yeah. I gotcha. Okay.
But anyways, moving on. Number 15. What is the greatest accomplishment of your life?
I would say YouTube. Why did
In
you
general?
look?
No, it's just
Okay, no, I'm not sure there's something back there that you were thinking about. The science spawn wave plus Woodhawker.
No, you really know it's just buying Hotel Mario. That's the greatest accomplishment.
Oh yeah, where? Oh, there
It's
it
hidden
is.
behind them.
No, it's being the proud owner of Jack Nicklaus's greatest 18 holes of championship golf. No, I honestly, pretty much, I'm not gonna go through it again. But what I said earlier about building the community and all that, I would say that
Yeah.
just YouTube and like this is like I've said it before. I'm more proud of this than I was my high school diploma. Pretty much any award I've ever gotten, I've valued this more than that. Not saying I haven't valued this awards, but there's only
It's something
Yeah.
that you've solely created and had to do with, like, and solely that something that was not motivated by like primary factors, like going to school and getting your diploma is like, yeah, that's what you're
like
expected
that's
to do.
why like everyone goes to high school. So
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
But
Yeah.
something like getting a YouTube channel and successfully curating community, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, I got this next one for you. What do you value most in a friendship?
Honesty.
I'm sorry I failed you on that one.
No, well, and I think more to get into the nit and grit of that more. It's not so much like I've told little white lies and
I feel like
you have told.
I feel like
That's
you-
just how
I think you
life
look
is.
like genuine. What's like the how would you describe genuine? That's like
like realness, like
Yeah.
not being fake, like
integrity.
yes, integrity. I think it's more just like being able to rely on someone too.
Trust
like
someone.
trust is a big one. I think trust and honesty go very hand in hand, because if I trust you, I trust you're going to be honest, and if you're honest, I trust you. But also, like, if you're not honest, I probably won't trust you as much. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've had problems with like friends just genuinely not being honest with me, and it's about like things that I don't know if they think it's a bigger problem or if it's just like
To me, my thing always goes to this: if you're willing to lie about this, what else would you lie
right.
about?
Yeah, it kind of gets into your brain
Which,
about
if
that
you've
sort
had
of
that
thing.
thought before, you have anxiety.
Oh yeah, I know.
um.
But no, definitely. I think just in general, like honesty is a big one.
All right.
But anyways, what is your most treasured memory?
My most treasured memory. I don't know what that was. I was I was like switching and my neck felt weird. I haven't had a lot of like family stuff that I could be like I've not been married, haven't had like kids, I haven't even never been on a date before. So like I'm like this is going to sound a little superficial because I haven't had a lot of those kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of this one big experience. But being the whole Sonic 3 red carpet premiere experience of finding out about it, RSVP and all the madness of trying to get a hotel room and a car within 12 hours before the event or 24 hours before the event,
Mm-hmm.
and then going there's like that massive payoff. That to me felt like it was seven years of build up, and that to me that was at least at the time the peak of my channel
Yeah.
in terms of just my enjoyment. I feel like that generally I feel like everything culminated to that moment of me being there and being at that event because it was everything that happened before that, which is what built me up to get to that. And even not even just in YouTube, but just other things in my life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I would have to say that. Like, it's hard to pick one thing, in terms of memory, but I
Mhm.
would say that. But to flip down on the coin, what is your most terrible memory? I'm glad I didn't get this one. I feel this one's much tougher to answer.
Yeah, well, I could be very honest about what it is. It's more, do I want to get that real? But no, I think I'll say what it is, but I'll keep it more generic. But like,
Yeah.
I think I've kind of had family members where they they struggled a lot with like mental health sort of things and like that sort of things. And I've watched a lot of them like make terrible, terrible choices.
Mhm.
Honestly, it's like I think it's mainly like my brother and sister. Like they're good people and I trust them and I love them, but I think uh I've been around because I'm the youngest, so like I've like seen both of them my whole life, and seeing like the changes and like certain things that they've done in the past or just certain things they've had to deal with, that is definitely like attached to a lot of terrible memories. I won't get into too
Yeah.
specific, but I
Well,
think I think just seeing your family suffer in
it's people
general is,
you sincerely care about seeing this stuff, but that could, yeah.
I think that's really what a lot of
Yeah.
my terrible
Well, and
memories
like
are.
we kind of go back to what I was talking about, with the of the memories. And towards I know I have a lot of memories, like strong memories of family outside just like it's always been there.
Mm-hmm.
Like my probably like strongest bad memory I have with family is probably when our dog passed away, which is relatively tame compared to most people. And and I think
Mm-hmm.
I talked about this podcast before. I'm very fortunate about that. And I also dread the day I've never had to really deal with a family death.
Yeah.
And I dread the day that happens because I don't know. Generally don't know how I will react
Mm-hmm.
because I've never had to deal with that before. But no, that was good answer. Good answer. Um, I it's because I keep looking and thinking I have to say the question because you talk for a bit and then normally it's okay. Now I talk,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm like, oh, time for me to say the question. I know, go.
If you knew then one year you would die suddenly, what would you change anything about the way you're living now and why?
If I knew what year I would die
If you knew
in
that
1 year, okay,
from today you were gonna die within
okay,
next
I
year
will
time
die
this year.
January 2027. Okay,
Yes.
what would I do and why?
What would you change? Would you
Change?
change and why? What anything you're doing right now?
I don't think I would. Um, honestly, and I think this is reasonable. If I knew I was going to die in a year, I would be pretty not like extremely selfish, but I would definitely leverage it a bit in the sense of like I don't think I would get a job. I'm like not going to get a job. I'm like I would tell people, hey, I know for a fact that I'm going to die on this day. Whatever evidence I need, if death comes on my front door and tells me that, I'm like, you need to give me that death certificate 'cause I have proof.
Mm-hmm.
And then heck, God, I don't. This is such a stupid dream. If I was ever going to be buds with any like God or whatever, I would love to be friends with Death, Hades, whatever you want to call it,
Got a death.
Satan, like just like who, like that, like the underworld, the leader of the underworld. Like I don't know. I'm just like, yeah, I thought they'd be cool to hang with. I've always thought that for some reason. Um, but anyhow, no, I think I would tell everybody like, okay, just so y'all know, like, and I don't think I would want to have like a wager for like a year, like, but I don't know, like, all right, let's hit those bucket list things. I think, all right, let's go to Japan. Let's,
Yeah, like
but
Japan trip now. Like
yeah, but I would want to keep doing like streaming and stuff. Like, I would definitely
at
want
that
to.
point, just stream your whole rest of your life.
God, if you know how famous I could be, like, and then I give all that money to like everybody. I don't know. Like, try to do as much good as I think try to do as much good as I can.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would want to like okay, like pretty much we're going to do the best chode event we can do. And like really try to waste. I don't know, like maybe we'll finally do the. I feel like that. I'm like, yeah, let's do a week long charity event. Let's pull the trigger on it. Let's do it. Like, let's do it. Let's rent a house, and like we'll take shifts. Like, no one, like, everyone probably has at least 1 or 2 break days throughout the week. But like, you brought me here to talk about today, Thomas.
Well, Joey, I'm here to let you know that Save State has a new announcement just for you. Yes.
For me,
Yes, and all of our audience. Did you know that Save State has a brand new Discord server?
what? I didn't.
It's very true and it's very cool. Look in the description of this video and you can join it today.
Look in the description below.
Yes, right below.
Down below.
Yes. Underneath the couch.
Down below.
Yes. Wait, it's right there. Grab it.
It's right there.
Show it to the camera. Anyways,
Oh, that's
join the Discord gang until it's too late.
What does friendship mean to you?
I think, again, going back with trust, I think beyond that, it's finding that connection and strengthening it, because we meet a lot of people, like, just throughout our lives, and only a certain amount of them will become friends, and I think that initial spark from, like, how you meet someone is, like, that could either, like, light something into a big fire, or it could be like a small candle that you put out once you're done. Like, I think friendships and acquaintances, like, they can go many ways, but
Yeah.
I think continuing to, like, I think it's change, because I don't think expecting your friend to stay a static individual for the rest of your life. Like, you're not the person I knew when I first met you, and I don't think I am either, but that's good. And I think that I can see the ways that our friendship has maybe shaped us into who we are today. Maybe not the main thing, but like there are small parts that add up to the whole of who we are. And I think having that trust and like knowing that I'm always going to be there for you whenever like you need something, or you'll be there for me when I need something, and continuing to support. I think it's a lot of change, support, and trust. I think that's how I would break it down.
I like that. That's good. That might want to ask a question. I've done that every time. Good.
What roles do love and affection play in your life?
Platonic.
That's fair.
Like I always describe relationships. I would typically relationships like me and Thomas. You know, we're gonna get married one day.
Yeah.
But like for me, relationship is like, okay, like I have a relationship with my mom, I have a relationship with my dad, my sister, my like I have a relationship with everyone, even like the guy held the door before, because that's just the definition of it.
Yeah.
And so I like when I talk to like my therapist, I say, you know, I talk about, oh yeah, like my relationship with so and so is like this right now, and you know, I'll talk about that, whatever. So what's the question again? I feel like well, those 11. Okay. See, for me, like it comes from like I have a lot of people I love and value, but not in like the, I guess, like the hallmark way that you probably think we think love. To me, it's very like I have a great I have a love honestly just for like, it's very broad, but like humanity.
You like people.
Like I love talking to people, I love interacting with people, helping people, etc. Even people can be a pain in the butt sometimes. And like just be able to go out.
You're very patient.
It blipped again. Anyhow, I'm a very patient person, and I would never want to be a therapist, because I think emotionally I would get so drained from that. But I love being able to go out there and help people. Like I've talked about this a little bit on YouTube. Like I do volunteer work almost weekly.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes multiple times a week. Sometimes I leave for like a whole week and do it. Doing stuff like that. Obviously, all stuff we do with the channel. Like even, I don't see what I do on like YouTube as like a service. But you know, I do it to like, one, I enjoy it and it entertains me, but also to entertain other people. I can just sit here and play video games by myself. I don't need to set this cam on all that to do that. But I generally, you know, like we said, I've started playing Bowser's Inside Story. I've specifically held myself off from playing that game because I want to experience it and have people see my first time playing it in, gosh, 15 years on Switch. And again, that entertaining people and interacting with people.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this, to me, love is just sharing who you are with other people.
I think that's a good way of putting it.
Yeah. Alternate sharing something you consider a positive characteristic of your partner. Share a total of 5 items. Let's do 2.
Okay.
But
I would say that you... I would say you're very, very committed to...
yeah,
That's very general, but like you're very committed to a lot of the things that you do and a lot of things you put effort towards.
yeah. Okay, so if I'm gonna do anything, I'm gonna put my all into it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do something just for the sake of doing it. I like, just for example, I cleaned the windows earlier today. When I do that, I spray it, I do the full wipe down,
Mm-hmm.
I go with my finger along the edges with the towel, I spray it again, do another wipe down with a dry towel, like I fully do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's why it's something I've struggled with, that perfectionist of it, and I've gotten better just especially with YouTube, just put the content out there.
Mm-hmm.
Recently I've been doing those game news, I call them just gaming news. That's what I call the playlist of the at least.
Yeah.
Where it's me talking about stuff, and you told me all of those videos are really well edited. I was shocked when you told me, like, I'm like, I feel those things are just some trash. Not trash. I don't hate the videos like that, but I feel like I just kind of throw them together and just
It's
like
a different style because you don't use the same editing for every like the same sort of video.
Yeah.
But for
For
those
what it
kind of
is.
videos, they work very
yeah,
well.
but
But
Yeah.
another thing I would say is, and this is a general thing, you are probably one of the kindest people I know. Just as a whole, like sometimes maybe you're too kind for some people's good. Like I think you give people a lot more chances than they ultimately deserve, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah.
I think the world needs a lot of people
for,
like
for me, it's paid off more often than not.
yes.
I've had multiple times where like I really stick my neck out for someone, and in the long run, it pays off. I've had that in all aspects of my life. I've had that with coworkers. I've had that with YouTube. I've had just some people in my YouTube chat that I know other people. It's part of the reason why I don't like having moderators, because I feel like for me to tell you how I want you to moderate my chat, I would have to tell you my whole moral compass.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the traditional kind of thing like, oh, if you spam, ban them. Which no, most people are spamming, they're having fun.
Yeah.
Now, if you spam it something like naughty, that's different. But like most people like, I think it was during the Pokemon stream, like when we I beat one of the trainers that I died on. I actually died a couple times on. There was one person spammed a lot, and I feel like most people would normally be like, oh, ban them. And I'm like, no, I guess exciting. You gotta look at the context. It's not just a clear cut rule. No, it's why I don't wear my to this day my rules for stream are still just, don't be a jerk. That's my only
I
rule.
think warm. That's how you're a very warm individual, as
Yeah.
opposed to like very cold shouldered and like you're very open and warm.
Oh, well, yeah, honestly, open. I think open's that, yeah. Oh, boy, I asked that question.
Yes.
So you ask the next one.
Yes. How close and warm is your family? Do you feel like your childhood was happier than most other people's?
Here's a little egotistical to say my childhood was happier than most other people's.
Well, like,
But I get what it's trying to say. But I would say so. I think I've had a very fortunate childhood where, yes, my parents divorced, but even then, like, it was not ugly or anything. My parents still get along with each other. Like they're not buddy, but they have no issues with each other really.
mm-hmm.
Everything I'd say, yeah, family wise, I don't like, again, bringing up therapy. When I would talk about my family and my therapist, it's always very quick. It's just we talk about work, and once she checks in on it, but really I'm like, not that nothing happens, but it's just kind of like, yeah, like everyone's pretty chill with each other, and we're all just decent human beings. So yeah,
That's really
I don't really have much to say on that one. Let's see. How do you feel about your relationship with your mother? I read this one earlier.
This is very funny.
Yeah.
I think my mom is definitely one. I think in terms of people who have shaped who I am. I mean, obviously your parents shape who you are, but like
Yeah.
to even a degree of like, I think more so than maybe most people, my mom has really been there, and she's taught me a lot about she's taught me a lot of lessons, good and bad, about like pushing yourself and putting yourself out there too much in terms of like constantly being emotionally available for other people, and like maybe even to a degree of like trying to be a people pleaser, because I would definitely call my mom a people pleaser. That's not a
Yeah.
shock, and she wouldn't be shocked to hear me say
Yeah.
that either. And I think she's shown me the good and the bad of that, and I've tried to be able to I've tried to operate based off of what I know from her, and like learn from, I guess, her mistakes, learn from what she does and try to apply it to me. And I think in terms of just our like interpersonal relationship, we have a very good relationship. I love to talk to my mom. That's
good.
like whenever I'm feeling overwhelmed, most of the time that's something that will make me feel very good. I think sometimes something I appreciate better too is we can butt heads sometimes, but typically it's never like people always talk about like, oh, never talk about politics with your family. Like I'll have a political discussion with my mom, and like we'll keep it like, I very clearly have a different perspective than she does, and it's very like, it's respectful. It's how I feel like interactions with people should go, but
Yeah.
they don't always happen. But I'm very appreciative of the relationship I have with my mom right now, 'cause she's
Awesome.
also just done a lot for me. But
Awesome. All right. Well, for what's honestly, actually, look at the time of the episode, probably gonna be our final question,
yeah,
and it's question number 25. Look at that! I was wrong. Take out what I said at the beginning.
it's perfect.
Am I asking it?
Well, it's both. I think we should both do these.
Oh, for 25. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I went out the last one, so you read this one out.
So, make 3 true we statements, each for instance, or each statements each. For instance, we are both in this room feeling blank.
Huh. We statements.
Let's do something else.
Hmm.
Let's see. Because this last one has a lot of statements like that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm feeling 28.
28. Tell your partner what you like about them. Be very be very honest this time. Saying things you might not say to someone you've just met. Okay. Okay, go for it.
I think it is no stretch to say that you have definitely changed the course of my life.
Okay.
Like, not even in like a like, not necessarily like, oh, you saved my life or anything, but just if you go back to like that certain inflection point that was the year 2020, I feel like at that point my life could have gone like so many different directions. But I think when our like friendship like really started to like become more than just like, oh, I kind of know him, and or I'm talking to you on a daily basis for a year because we have nothing else better to do. Something that my girlfriend says a lot to me is like something will change her brain chemistry. So like when she was younger, she watched a movie and it changed her brain chemistry, just like how like you think about the world.
Gotcha.
So I think it's like becoming friends with you definitely changed the way I thought about like what I expected out of life, what I enjoy to do, just like a lot of aspects of my life that I participate in now, like how I interact with like say the world, the internet, what have you, YouTube, like all of that stuff would not have happened. All of that stuff, which I'm very thankful for, had it not been for meeting you. I'm very appreciative.
That's hard to follow up on. I was just going to say something, man. I like yours. It's a very mature person. It was going to be like one sentence. I didn't know how much I'll say on that. But no, the more I thought about it, though, I won't get too deep into this because this is something I think we plan at some point, maybe do an episode kind of in this realm of talk about this. But you are one of the people of why I am still standing here right now. I don't want to say save my life because I don't think I would have. I don't think I would be dead. But in the sense of, you're one of the main reasons why I continue to push myself to make other friendships with, a lot of people see here on the channel, like the channels, I should say, John, Lucas, John's two brothers, AJ, etc. And you've put a lot of times you've kind of, I don't even say you've kicked me out of my comfort zone. Especially when it comes to content creation. We've seen that a lot with we talked about a lot of progress, but even with the two channels that I run personally, we've seen it with charity events, seen that in my regular life with stuff I do outside of YouTube and stuff. And I honestly I don't think I would still be doing YouTube. At least I feel like at the very least I've never seen a path in my life where I would not be doing YouTube. But I definitely think I would have ended up taking an extended break, like several years, and pretty much come back as a fully different channel. And we've seen that evolution over time. I've taken small breaks and whatnot, but I think you would have saw that big gap where I just didn't do anything. I don't think I would have done live streaming, or at least not when I did. I think again, kind of the similar thing, like brain chemistry changing the course of your life. I definitely think I would not be. Obviously, we wouldn't be doing this podcast.
Yeah,
that's a kind of a given. I think I would have found myself with a podcast at some point, but no, I think especially in terms of what viewers really know about content creation, I probably would have either not made the content I've done, would have just not be making content. Period. Because you were probably the first person, like, I for a lot of times, like, the team that helps me, you were probably the first proper, like, member of that, of, like, and we never made, like, official things or anything, but you were, like, one of the first people, like, just organically were giving me ideas and giving me support. You were the first person to ever edit something for Joey64 that was not edited by me. Denmark's done some stuff, and actually, I've had multiple, yeah, I've had, like, I could count 6 people at this point now. So but still that small handful that I've let like really mess with stuff on the channel, and to a point just make content on there that I think later on with some of the shorts you made back in the day, I didn't even watch them. I just put them out because I just trusted you, and I was like, okay, I'll just put it out.
Yeah. So
kind of similar with what you said. I don't have a big emotional one like you did, but. We'll this
I think that was pretty emotional.
Get what Thomas said, and then like make the pitch a little higher so it sounds more like my voice, and that would be good. Awesome.
Yeah.
Anyhow, now that our pitches are back to normal, all right, that's we're going to wrap up the episode because I really have to pee.
Yeah. I'm
drinking a lot of water.
If anything, thank you guys. I feel like we say thank you a lot, but especially because we're at the milestone. We're at
our first milestone.
Yep. First milestone. We've never done any episodes where we talked about the milestones that we've made so far.
I think it's the first big one.
No, like first big, like pretty substantial one. Because 25 episodes is nothing to sneeze at.
We have officially introduced Metal Sonic to the Archie comics. 25 issues in. Look at that. We did it. That's like the ADHD in my mind. Cause I don't even know where that came. I was like, I thought about it in my head. Like, should I say? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna say it. Then I'm like, yeah, I don't know why I said that out loud. I think I don't know if I've talked about this before, but the reason why I like doing milestones by quarters is because of the Sonic comic books. Most comic books do it every 50, but only Sonic does it every 25. Well, some other ones do, but that was like an Archie thing. So fun fact.
That means we're now associated with Archie Comics.
We are. Or the IDW Sonic comics.
That too.
Fun fact, every other comic IDW publishes, they only do big things every 50. Only the Sonic ones, because
tradition.
They know. They're smart. They know how to make money.
Yeah.
But alright.
Anyhows, thank you guys for watching. This has been a lot more of a realer episode than we typically do. Yeah, we like doing them. It's fun. It kind of breaks up the pace,
Yeah.
But as it goes, if you guys have any suggestions for how to improve the podcast, any ideas for the future, please let us know. We have a brand new Discord, and in that Discord, should you join, we have a little suggestions tab. So if you have any, please let us know there or write in the comments below. Anyways, thank you guys for being here, and as always, we'll see you in the next video. I don't know. This isn't our outro. I forgot.
You said as always. I'm like, and you looked at me. I'm like, what am I supposed to say?
I don't know.
What I was saying in the back when I'm like, shoot, I'm not doing a funny antic like I normally do during the outro because I'm just paying attention to you. That's crazy.
Anyways,
I meant to hit that higher, not hit the mic.
Get out.